Good morning, beautiful soul. My name is Curtis, your local Buddhistava of the Earth. Thank you for joining me today for a daily tarot reading. I do these readings as a mindfulness practice for myself and share the messages that come up during my daily readings. Today's kind of weird because I've done 3 already and my camera has overheated every time. So hopefully this is the one because I only have a little bit of time today to record. So how we do these readings, I do them in 3 parts. First part, I'm going to pull one card we call the Buddha Slap. That's going to be the main message for today. As well, I'm going to pull 2 other random cards to answer a yes or no question that you have. So go ahead, pause the video, take some time to decide if you want the left card or the right card to answer your question. And while you're taking some time to meditate on your question, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, so your energy can be considered in future readings, and you can join me for daily guidance. I would love to have you here. And without further ado, we'll just get the reading started. So typically I read in cycles, and I just pick whichever deck calls to me. So this morning we're going to be using this tarot deck to get it started, and I'll start by looking at the physical energy for today. So what's manifesting in our physical reality? What are we dealing with? Okay. Well, in my other couple of readings, the wheel came out. So as you know, things are changing. I mean, it's a new year, but things are always changing. But it's kind of like a big energy of shifts happening, so maybe that's why they keep running out my camera. What do you guys want to say today? What's the physical energy looking like? Okay, well, I'll just take these 3 and we'll get to talking about it. And then we need one more card. So, let's see. I keep hearing that maybe your plans should be more ambitious. So, the first card to come out is the 2 of Wands. So that's where we're starting out in our physical reality. So this means that some things are going well, but it's time for that next step in the journey. So maybe you're taking some time to reflect on where you've come from, where you're at now, and taking a self-inventory. This is also kind of an energy of like, how dedicated are you to the things in your life? Have you lost some passion for it? What's the next thing to add, onto your life? Making bold, ambitious choices. So maybe today you'll be presented with some choices to make, or something might inspire you to move forward. This is also an energy of partnership. So there may be some opportunities to work with others coming up that kind of inspire you in your physical reality today. The next card that we have moving on is the 9 of Cups, which is talking about kind of, it's a card of good fortune or wishes coming true, or something that really makes your heart sing. But it's interesting the contrast between maybe that wish is coming true for you, or you're seeing an opportunity, you're having a little bit more energy, feeling a little bit more kind of loved and inspired. But also, this is an energy of kind of being by yourself. So it's interesting that they're looking towards expanding your plans, but maybe this is something that you're doing on your own. So despite the people around you, despite maybe your work or colleagues or anything like that, that you're taking a journey or a step on your own towards something that makes you feel more, fulfilled in life. And it seems with the next card, with the 6 of Swords, that's exactly what's happening, is that you're realizing something that you wish for is possible, and you're making a decision to go for that thing. So that energy of moving forward in physical reality is saying, okay, it is time to make the next steps, which goes right along with what it says on the card. It's like it's time to go forward. This is also symbolizing that maybe any kind of challenges that you've had with your physical reality might be coming to an end and allowing you the opportunity to move forward, and just keeping in mind the fact that you have everything that you need to move forward. You know, they're in the boat already. They're on this trip. They're moving forward. They're in an active process. They're not getting ready. They're not arriving. They're starting their journey. You know, they're on the way. They know where their destination is. So maybe there's something that's manifesting in your physical reality that gives you a very clear sign of where to go next in life. And it does seem with the Page of Wands coming up as that final energy in physical reality that you are going to be feeling a lot more inspired towards something, but it's a new adventure. So there might be some news coming your way or an opportunity that really gets you excited. So I'll go ahead and clarify the mental energy, where your headspace at, and get some advice there. Okay, so the first card that comes up there is the Eight of Swords. So thank you. The Eight of Swords to me is saying you've gotten to a certain place in life, but moving forward mentally, like you feel stuck mentally and you just haven't been able to figure out which way to go next, or maybe it feels uncomfortable to make changes. But this is also giving the message of, regardless of what you're thinking, it's just time to move forward and do that. You know, make some decisions. It seems like you're seeing that opportunity for a wish to be fulfilled, but maybe it's time for you to look for those opportunities instead of just waiting for them to arrive, to have like an active practice of looking for those opportunities. Moving from the Nine of Cups to the Six of Swords, in a mental space, you have the Eight of Pentacles, so 2 8s, so 8 might be a number for you to look up, or a significant angel number for you, but you have 2 8s here, which is saying maybe you have kind of a new energy towards building something when it comes to career, your lifestyle, things like that. So it just might be the case that you're considering how to rebuild your life into something that's next level, more successful, more closer to the reality that you wish for. And having this mental note that learning, or finding something to do with your career, exploring new options in career, or with how you make or invest your money, is where your thought process needs to be in order to start that physical movement forward, right? So recognizing that your wish is really in your hands and something that you have to create from your mind into physical reality. So let's see, what's the next kind of transition here mentally? And also it's like, maybe you're thinking that this is going to be a lot of work, but it's necessary to move you forward. So if you think there's something, if you know that there's a lot of work towards your dreams, well, you know you got to start doing the work. So just commit to the work, start doing it. You have the Three of Swords here, as far as that energy moving forward. And it's saying in a mental space, this is telling me that personal growth hurts. When you're going through a growth process, or you're trying new things, you're ultimately going to have a hard time. You're ultimately going to fail. If you're working with others or working with yourself, it's kind of like not letting yourself down, or not putting yourself in a position where others can lay you down too. And, not framing your success on other people, not getting into deals that are kind of shady and things like that, and recognizing the opportunity that you have, but also that if you've been through, maybe what's been keeping you from moving forward is this weight of times where things haven't gone your way, and that has discouraged you from moving forward. And so maybe that's why you're waiting for that physical reality to manifest something for you that's new and interesting and exciting. But this is saying, kind of move on from feeling, have this feeling of being trapped. Like maybe you feel, or you have this thought process of, oh, I've got to work so hard. If I put in all this work, I'm just going to get betrayed again. But you've already started moving forward, right, at this point. You've already started that physical process of moving forward. You can't really stop now. So it's just saying, it doesn't really matter if you get betrayed or something bad happens, you're still going to have to move forward. So why spend too much time fretting over that? The faster that you heal, the faster that you let go, the faster that you are able to move forward, the better it's going to be for you. So don't spend too much time focusing on things like that, and look for that kind of new optimistic spark to pop up in your life. Maybe that's me. I hope so. You should feel inspired. Let's see, what's next? Okay, well, I'm not gonna take all those guys, so let's slow down. Let's see what's next for us today. All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So where we'll end up in mentality is kind of this place. I mean, Ten of Pentacles is usually a really, really good card for like saying we're going to end up in kind of a happy, stable environment. And in the mental space, this is saying being content with what you've created in your life, that the physical things that you've created and done, you feel happy about, you feel a sense of accomplishment and peace. And that work that you were doing, maybe that mental work, comes to a place of mental stability and mental peace, because all of those wishes, that you were looking for, are coming true. So you're really just up-leveling your life, and maybe there's been some type of tension there, or some delay in doing that. Maybe what's right for you, but you're not doing it just because, there's a possibility that it all goes to hell in a handbasket. This is saying, giving yourself the opportunity to move forward, to go after that passion, is what's actually going to help you overcome those kind of mental fears you started out with. Because once you get going, you'll kind of see those changes start to happen, and you'll have a little bit more of what you really wish for start to manifest physically once you start that new process. But I think it's also saying that you're wanting your life to reflect more of what you want, and believing that just coming to that place of believing in the future that you want and trusting that you have the ability to do it is going to fuel that passion as well. So we'll see what guidance has on the kind of spiritual level, and how these might be translating from your higher self. So let me clarify on the Eight of Swords. At least clarify the Eight of Swords. Taking a little bit here. I only want the cards that flip over. So, okay, great. Renewal! So, here we go. So this is the Judgment card. So right before kind of a new chapter begins, or we kind of integrate a new way of being, right? So this is kind of a push-pull feeling of, what really needs to stay dead in my life, what really needs to go. And I think that what you're looking for spiritually is a sense of renewal. That's going to help you overcome that mental space of, feeling stuck, or feeling like there's not a way out of your situation right now. It's like, well, there is a divine renewal waiting for you. Thinking through the past, maybe taking some time to reflect, thinking through the past, figure out what needs to go forward, but also finding your own purpose. It makes sense that you're looking for a sense of physical wish fulfillment, and seeing what you want, what you think is possible for yourself, becoming a physical manifestation of like the wishes that you have. Because of course we would expect that whatever we're working towards actually comes to fruition in our life. You know, we're all working towards self-actualization. But this is saying, you know, having some clarity over your life purpose, and spirit's trying to bring that to you. So it's like, if you're feeling stuck in not knowing which way to go, do some reflection on what's my life purpose, what do I want from my life, and that'll help you kind of find that new direction. Maybe looking at, you know, how much of what I wish for have I gotten, and then making some changes. Let's clarify on the Eight of Pentacles. What is coming from Spirit to help there? Okay, so they have the Emperor. Oh, interesting. The energies coming from Spirit for you are really kind of extreme today. The Emperor, and I guess the Emperor does deal with the physical, you know, bringing things into physical, really running a tight ship, having everything kind of work, making tough decisions, things like that. But that comes from a sense of organization, routine, and good management over our lives, and kind of, you know, keeping things in check, right? So when it comes to thinking about mental work, or, you know, kind of how our mentality is, maybe learning a new skill, learning a new craft, things like that, the Emperor is taking full control of that, and with purpose. So thinking about what things in life, what's the calling on your spirit that's forcing you, what's going to get you up in the morning and make sure that you get stuff done. Like for some people, that's their kids. They get up for their kids. They keep pushing. What's that thing for you outside of everyone else? What does an empire look like to you? What does Spirit want for your empire? Reflecting on that, so that the work that you're doing, the thinking, this would be like the planning, the strategizing, the bringing it into a physical sense, so that you can move forward in the actual physical reality. This is just saying, plan in such a way that you'll be successful moving forward, and kind of just believing that you can do it, you know, put a really serious effort into things, and maybe also having people do things for you, or maybe delegating tasks out to people. Can we clarify on the Three of Swords and the mental energy? What's coming down from Spirit to help us get through that? Okay. Well, I just need one card to flip, guys. All right, let's see. What advice do you have from Spirit? All right, so they gave me two. The Sun. Oh, okay, cool, great. So they have the Sun in Spirit. So what Spirit wants for you is for you to be happy, and they're trying to lead you in that direction. You know, they're trying to lead you into that. And it seems like there's this kind of resistance of like, yeah, maybe I should try those things again, but last time I tried, it went terrible. And I was betrayed, I was hurt. And they're asking you to continue trying at whatever it is you believe in, whatever you think it is that the calling is, you know, on you to do. Go ahead and get started back at that, because you're going to be successful. It's just a matter of getting up, getting through that kind of difficult mental energy, and looking around you. You know, it's kind of saying, just because of the other cards here, move forward, understanding that yes, you're going to have some internal resistance, but you have to know that there's happiness waiting for you. If you didn't, whatever this is, it's saying if you didn't do it, you would feel restless. You would feel uncomfortable. So do the things that when you go to bed at night, you feel mad at yourself for not doing, is what they're saying, you know. Those are the things that really make you happy. And so you need to incorporate those more in your life. Otherwise, you're going to feel dissatisfied. You're not going to be doing good emperorly work if that's even a word. You're not going to be doing being a great leader if you're not even leading your own life well. So put some focus and energy into that, but ultimately Spirit's wanting for you to be happy, so of course they're going to bring something to try to help you get out of this feeling that you might be betrayed or hurt again. They're saying like, no, we've got your back, like we're trying to push you forward. So if you're feeling any kind of inclination of, you know, changing some things up and you're having resistance, just know that Spirit's telling you it's all going to work out. And then at the end of the day, kind of clarifying on that 10 of Pentacles that we had at the end of our cycle here, they're saying you've got the 3 of Cups. So there's people who are going to be celebrating. There's going to be people cheering you on. I mean, you know, you're going to get to a better mental state that's kind of more stable, more healthy. And it's saying that's going to be something worth celebrating, especially because if we're manifesting physical reality, a new passionate beginning, kind of looking into things with, you know, a novice's eye, trying to start on a new creative endeavor, especially with this kind of energy of learning. Maybe something sparks, gives you inspiration, you've got to learn about it in order to be good at it. So they're saying you'll know that it's something from Spirit when other people are celebrating it. You know, might not be the people around you right now, because there did seem to be some kind of changes that were necessary. Like if people in the past betrayed you, well, they're probably going to do it again, so maybe go find different people. But that renewal energy is just enough change that change can happen, right? So if you change just enough, like the world around you will change. Your environment's a mirror of you. So if you're around a lot of sad people, it's probably because, well, you're allowing that. You're going to become more sad. So just whatever you're doing, making sure you're investing your time where you need to, and knowing that there will be a time that you're grateful for these changes that you're making. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Oh, on the bottom of the deck, it seems like there is maybe for some of you, underlying is just maybe looking towards a new relationship, a new family, just something more positive in the emotional realm. Maybe it's just then that you're not feeling supported right now, and that changing your tactics, going for it even when you don't feel supported, is going to help you find the support you're looking for. You know, rather than just waiting for something to happen, go out, search for it, take control, consult your higher self, your spirit, to figure out where do you need to push things forward in your life. All right. So since we have gotten through the main part of the reading, hopefully some of those messages were helpful to you. I'm going to go ahead and answer the yes or no questions we did earlier. So if you need to rethink of your question, go ahead and pause the video. If you like the video so far, definitely give it a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so you can get notified every time I post a new video. I'd love to have you here. We're going to go ahead and answer your question. So if you chose the card on the left, and we'll see if it's a yes or a no real quick, and then we'll flip the card and see. Oh, what's the answer to their question? So the answer here would be no for the left card. So whatever you're thinking about, whatever your question, they're saying no, and we'll get the reason why. The Princess of Swords in reverse. So this would be the Knight of Swords, I believe, for this deck. No, this would be the Page of Swords. So to me, if it's saying no, it just means if you might have too negative of a mentality, or being a little bit too harsh, could be rushing into something. Maybe you don't have all the information, and that's really not what if you're thinking about what an emperor would do, they wouldn't rush in, to just fight a dragon without some information, would they? So whatever it is maybe you need to get more information, take a little bit more time, or get in control of your thoughts. Maybe you're looking at something the wrong way, so try to slow down a little bit. Maybe also I'm getting the message, try to be as nice as possible if you're dealing with something or someone who's really difficult, or if you have too high of a mental load, don't be trying to do more than you necessarily have to. All right, let's see what the answer is for the second card. So for the people who chose the card on the right, what's the answer to their question, yes or no? So they're giving the answer that it's maybe or kind of uncertain. So there might be something going on that they can't answer at the time. So let's see what the card is. So the card is the Queen of Wands. Now, depending on what you asked about, this can mean a lot of things. So this can mean you're that it girl, that ITGIRL. And you're wanting, and I think with the page of Wands in the reading, to me it's kind of saying there's a level of passion and inspiration that you want to have in your life. You kind of are aspiring to be, maybe a leader in some aspect, and you want to be passionate. You want to be seen as the person with all the ideas and the energy, and you have the potential to be that person. At the same time, it's not necessarily just that your life has the look of success, but it needs to have the energy of success. And I think the reason that they're saying maybe is because it depends on you and your choices whether or not you're going to kind of get to this next level of kind of that feminine aspect of having influence and control, by inspiring others, but also kind of with the way that you move, the way that you act, the way that you behave, being important. So just depending on, this would say you need to take some time to build that energy, build that fire, and you have a great potential to be successful. If this is about a relationship, if you're, this could be that. I'm hesitant to give relationship advice during this type of reading, but I'm being called to just say the Queen of Wands a lot of times can just represent an option that looks better. So if you're trying to get someone's attention, then this is saying maybe the way that you're trying to get their attention, it'll work, like you're gonna get attention, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be necessary. With them saying maybe, I'm not sure if it's gonna be necessarily for everyone that you are successful with a romantic pursuit, but it does mean you are definitely putting on some game. Let's just put it that way. So you're looking cute, and we love to see it. All right. Without further ado, we're gonna get the final Buddha slap, and we'll be done with this reading for today. All right. So King of Swords, as the overall message for today. So this is about being honest with yourself, and being honest with what you want to build, what you want to create, how you govern yourself, how you govern your life, being founded in, a very determined kind of set of goals, sticking to the truth of the situations. We kind of started with this idea of kind of being stuck, knowing what we want to wish for, knowing that we want to kind of run things efficiently and effectively. In order to do that, that takes a great amount of self-reflection and, kind of keeping to what's the truth. So in keeping to the truth, with the King of Swords is saying that right now it's really important that you stay honest and you stay dedicated towards doing the right thing. Integrity is really important right now in kind of getting the success that you're looking for. And then also kind of that self-evaluation of, monitoring yourself as you go and kind of focusing on that original wish and being honest with yourself about how can I build a life that's going to look the way that I want. It seems like this is what Spirit wants for you and wants you to be successful. So focusing your energy on what that looks like for you and how to create a lifestyle that promotes what you want and what you wish for is really important right now. Also letting go of the things that tell you I can't do it. Be an honest evaluator of yourself versus letting other people dictate whether you can, or past situations dictating whether you'll be successful or not. Look at the actual forecast, look at the trends in a market, look at what's actually possible for you and start there. Well, I hope that this reading was helpful. Hopefully it slaps. I love to sit and talk to you all day. But until tomorrow, namaste at your business.